Ah, I think we are live. I'm not really sure yet. Tides. Still sending data, I see, so I'm not sure. And we are live. Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, it's a bit earlier tonight, seeing that the power's going off at 9 o'clock, so I decided to start the stream at 7 o'clock. I hope you're all doing well. The topic for discussion today is tides on a flat earth. Would you have any idea how they could work? Well, the discussion is just going to be out, throw a few ideas on what we could think the tides could be caused on the flat earth and why, and how they would work. Because obviously we know with the heliocentric model it's got to do with the moon and the sun's gravitational pull. Yes, this is about the flat earth, so we're not even going to worry about the globe earth nonsense today, because it's anyway debunked by having places that do not have tides at all, or some that have more than one tides at different times, which contradicts where the globe is going. But yeah, hey everybody, thank you for being here. Hey PJ, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Everybody in chat, thank you for being here. Yeah, it's a members only chat tonight, because yeah, we're gonna have one night a week members chat only, because you guys deserve it. The poll tonight is, so far with 10 votes, do you have an idea about tides? So the idea is, do you have an idea how the tides could work on a flat earth? So do you have an idea about tides? 12 votes already. Yes, 58%. No, 17%. And not 100% sure, 25%. Tony Whitcomb, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate you coming as well. Again, thank you to all my Patreon supporters, all my members, and just all you awesome people that are here. You are all really great people. Tony Whitcomb, tides are not held down, though gravity on the moon. You need to cause and effect, and both have none. The debunk is, you can't have a wave if gravity is a force. Two tropics have low tides. Exactly, Tony. The fact that you have even waves, or some places have tides, some places don't even have tides. Some places have irregular tides, which totally contradicts the globe model. So yeah, so I'm going to be, I don't think, PJ, I don't think anybody is really 100% sure, but there are indications onto what it could be. So I'm going to present what I think could be the causes and stuff, and if anybody wants to actually jump into Discord or into Gilded, or even Skype me, it doesn't matter, it's awesome. You can share your thoughts on what you think, how tides work on a flat earth. Obviously I did bring a video before on the thermohelian currents, because that's part of what I think causes the tides. Hey Kevlar, good to see you, glad you could make it. Yes, Tony, exactly, there's definitely a poll going. 13 votes. It would be interesting to see what the globe guys would be pointing out in here, because they always complain about my polls for some odd reason. Okay, so I'm going to go to, why is my webcam so small on there? Okay, that should be better. Oh, but it's put me upside down. Sorry guys, I just gotta check there. What is going on? Webcam, no, webcam. Webcam. Ooh. How do I turn myself around? Yeah, OBS. Still kind of learning it, guys. Sorry about that, but it's... There we go. Okay, that's better. So let's go back there. Now that I've got that sorted, we can do proper transitions. Good to see you guys all again, really do appreciate it. Okay, we're up to 14 votes. If you haven't already, please just hit that like button and the share, because it does help to get it out to a wider audience, and I think it would be an interesting discussion to have with the globers. Okay, so we'll first start with my video I did show a while back on thermohelian currents. This is just one of the reasons I think is just one of the parts of the currents. It's not saying this is what causes it, it's just my thoughts on what could be part of the reason. I see tides is a big topic at the moment with anti-flat earthers and globe believers. I'm going to be showing thermohelian currents. Not hot air, hot water. So it's the circulation because of the less dense and the more dense forming. So as soon as it's the colder water or the more denser water now is pulling in and forcing itself underneath, the hotter and less denser water is moving that way. So it's causing a circulation. And that's how the thermohelian currents actually work. At just moving in circulation, keeping that constant flow due to the constant cycle of the hot and cold waters mixing. Forcing itself underneath that hot water. Understand? So it is pushing upwards, it's pushing it up, and thus it's creating the thermohelian currents, aka the ocean's conveyor belt. Now without this happening, the oceans would not be experiencing any tides. You need this for the bottom portions of the ocean to move, while the wind helps with the top portions of the oceans to move, and the topography with the land masses everywhere. It's just got to do with hydrostatic equilibrium. If you understand heat seeks cold, hot seeks cold, it's just an equilibrium process. So it's going through a cycle, and this is why you have tides. It's got nothing to do with the moon, as you have places that has full tides without a moon present. And then you have places that don't even have a tide when it is present. You have lakes that don't have it, and you have lakes that do have it. It's all just got to do with the cycles. AKA no gravitational pull whatsoever. That is just a fundamental belief. So I challenge everybody that believes it's the moon's gravitational pull to please go and find me one scientific hypothesis and experiment validating gravity
exists.
Yeah, this has been going on for how long now? I think this video's been out, what, a year, and I still haven't had one person actually even attempt to give it, by the way. So yeah, that's about what I was trying to show with that. Tony Flathead asked the globe maintenance in work today to fix the cranes. That's what I asked the globe maintenance in work today to fix the cranes as they are not rotating like the focal pendulum. And I asked, has the earth stopped spinning as the cranes are still... Exactly, Tony. When do we ever see the earth rotating? We don't. I'm actually going to be doing a thing on the focal pendulum sometime as well, because people believe that it somehow shows earth rotation, which is nonsense, but okay, we're definitely going to be doing something on that. I got more to show, but that's what I've got so far. So yeah, just saying hi to everybody else that's joined. Thank you for coming. If you haven't already, do take part in the poll. It really is just for engagement purposes for you guys. So yeah, out of 19 votes, do you have an idea about the tides? Yes, 53%, no 16%, not sure 32%. This would be an interesting thing, because I think a lot of globers are just going to say yes for the heck of it, because they believe the tides are caused by the moon. Hey Jeff, good to see you, thank you for coming. And like I said, the moon is definitely not anything got to do with tides in reality. This is, after all, the topic is tides on a flat earth, so we are trying to get to the bottom of what could cause the tides on the flat earth. Earth doesn't rotate, but it does grow some really delicious vegetables. Very true, Kevlar. Delicious vegetables. By the way, my vegetable garden is actually growing quite nice. I think the carrots are actually ready to come out, so that's going to be quite yummy. I'm so happy I started having the vegetable garden. I think we can move on. I got an awesome video that I found. This was like also a few years ago that I saw this, and I just had to look it up again to bring it. It's from Mitch Summers. Really great video. If you guys haven't already, I do suggest going to watch this. It's really, really awesome.
Hi, my name's Mitch, and normally I like to go with the flow.
Yeah, do pay attention.
The unexpected journey. But today, that's not an option, because if we do...
We die! Right now, I'm sitting on the ocean floor with my cousin. Hi, I'm Carrie. And
remember, that's the ocean floor, guys. Where's the water? As we stay here just a few more hours...
If we stay here just a few more hours, the tide will rise 5 stories above us.
Say hello to the Bay of Fundy.
Wow. See that edges? Look at that's how high the water rises by them when the tide comes in. Like, what? Do notice that this happens even when the moon is there or not there. Yeah, might need to recheck your data, thinking why it's the moon that causes it.
One of the 7 wonders in North America. Here you'll find
awesome
dinosaur fossils, rare minerals, whales.
But what made the bay famous is the tide!
Yes,
the Bay of Fundy has the highest tides on the planet.
Yeah, on the planet. You're supposed to say plane. I think they misspell plane, guys.
More water moves through the bay in one day than all the freshwater rivers in the world.
Did you hear that? More water moves in the bay than all the fresh water in the whole world. Over 100 billion tons per day. That's insane.
Over 100 billion tons per day.
Yeah.
The bay's water is so powerful.
Yeah.
It's constantly changing the coastline, sculpting rock columns and islands.
Just have to point out, look how flat that is, guys. Does that look curved to you? Also note that you see they're raising with altitude. Is that dropping away, or is that raising relative to eye level? Yeah, just had to point that out quickly.
Even the trees have to hang on. At low tide, you can literally go for a walk on the ocean floor. The water retreats up to 5 kilometers in some areas.
Wow. The question is, how does this happen? Now, obviously, Globe Believer, you heard him call about planet and stuff, so let's listen what they say.
The question is, how does this happen?
The Bay of Fundy is just the right length for resonance to exist.
Huh, did you hear that? The right length for resonance to exist. Remember when I told you guys about topography plays a big role in tides? Pay attention.
Which is pretty much a fancy term for a rocking motion or vibration. You can even try this yourself by pouring water in a baking dish.
Yeah, pouring water in a baking dish. I don't see... Do you think they're going to say, oh, let's put the moon there and see if we have tides?
Land is on the right. If you move the dish back and forth slowly, the tide moves in relation to how much you rock the dish. If you rock the dish at just the right frequency, this is resonance. The sloshing builds up, simulating bigger tides.
Yeah, you see, so the topography plays a huge role in tides.
Bay was shorter in length, the resonance would be very weak, like a small push on a swing. Because the bay is 270 kilometers long, it's more like a huge push.
So we have a
high tidal range response. Yeah, so because it's so long and how the topography is set out, they have a high tidal range because of the resonance, the topography.
And that's the reason why these tides are so massive here.
Sending good vibes to you all.
So yeah, that's the reason why the tides are there. I just had to show you guys that. Why? So yeah, I just had to show you guys that. Hey, Fatis first, good to see you. Thank you for coming. The world has got more funnier since Flat Earth got noticed. I 100% agree, Tony. The world has definitely got funnier. 26 votes. Yes, so the votes have gone up a bit. Do you have an idea about tides? Still 58% yes, by the way. No 15% and not 100% sure 27%. Do any of you guys maybe have any idea what you think could be causing tides? Because like I was saying, to me, my argument is for the flat earth tides is simply we got currents, like the thermohalian currents, you got your wind currents and stuff that help blow it up, and we got topography. So what happens when you got a constant flow of water pushing against something and bouncing back, pushing against something and bouncing back, you know? Like if you take a bathtub and you fill it with water and you just put some rocks and bricks and stuff in there and you just have movement all the time. You're just doing the same constant movement. What happens with the water? It sloshes from place to space the whole time, hitting against all those obstructions. So it's causing tides, because that's what a tide is. It's literally like a large bouldered wave which moves across, like a large body of water that moves across. So that's practically what a tide is. Do I have any other explanation for it? Could there be any maybe electromagnetic forces attributed? Who knows? Because water is diamagnetic, so you never know, but I do not think that it has anything to do with gravitational pull, because gravity is definitely not a thing, and it's not a force, so it cannot do anything anyway. If anybody does want to, you are more than welcome to come in to chat and come talk. I'm sticking the Gilded link in the chat, and I'm going to stick the Discord link in the chat as well if anybody's interested in coming to talk about this. I think it's really you copy. Okay, I think it's really great if people can come and give their idea on what it could be, on how it could work, because everybody has different views on everything. So I think that's quite cool, and it's moved up to 61% yes. Tony Whitcomb, Globers love the poll as they troll that poll which gets more views. They can't help themselves. Yes, even if it gets to contradict them, they're still going to vote for it. And like I said, usually my polls have a catch-22, so they're voting yes, thinking they know what tides is. In the meantime, remember what the topic for discussion is: flat Earth, tides. So when they're clicking yes, they're saying yes, flat Earth has tides, and they know what causes it. So they're conceding that flat Earth exists and flat Earth has tides. Catch-22, guys. One thing you guys don't get. Okay, we can go through on some things, which is what I found quite interesting. What are called tides? Well, tides are a very long period waves that move through the ocean in response to the forces exerted by the moon and sun. Obviously they're going to say that because it's globe, but I want you to look at this first part. Tides are very long period waves, so it's a large bulge of water moving across. Tides originate in the ocean and progress towards the coastlines, where they appear to regular rise and fall of the surface. So obviously we're still going to show a lot of globe references and citations because it's globe based, you know, that's unfortunately the consensus. But I've got very interesting things I want to show you guys. Hey Michael Khan, good to see you, thank you for coming. Don't stress, dude, it's always good to have you guys here. Flat Earth perspective, I'm back home again, so Discord won't work with YouTube. Weather is terrible, I'm only learning about tides anyway. Never been too sure about them. 100% agreed, Tony. PJ, like I said, I also don't really 100% know. Everybody, my argument is, let's try to figure it out together. That's why we give our ideas and we work on it to figure out. But I'm giving my argument on what it could be, not saying that is it, but that's what my argument is. I really think it's got to do with the currents, and it's got to do with the topography. So because it's moving at a steady pace, the thermohaline currents, and you've got the wind currents helping the top waters, and the saline constantly changing with the dense and less dense, it's going to have that movement hitting into the topography. Now you've got your topography, which is going to cause it to behave a certain way, just like when you slosh water in a bath or something. Resonance, exactly. So that's my idea of why we have tides the way we do, and why they are in cycles and able to be observed and predicted at a certain time, because it stays at that cycle. Tony Whitcomb, forces, is that push or a pull force? Ballers hate that as they can't discriminate demonstrate their claim, not ours. Exactly, Tony, it's their claim, not ours. They have the positive claim, and is it a push or a pull? I don't think they can really understand or explain that, because first of all, gravity isn't a force, so it cannot have a push or a pull. First time I've seen a good explanation of times. Jeff, I'm glad you like the explanation. I am trying to give a nice different, concise explanation, because most of the time we get from the flat earth side, it's electromagnetic, or it's, you know, because electron universe. But I think there's more to it than just that. Okay, so I pulled up the Cape Town, for Cape Town, the tide table. You see it goes on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and so on. But look at what they're showing here. Look what they're showing. If you think that it's going to show anything got to do with the moon or the sun, I don't think you really understand. The time of day, Friday, it affects noon, and night it shows the waves, and Saturday 3, Sunday 3, and it goes on and on and on. It shows the high tides at different times, and then it shows the low tides at different times. Then it shows the swell direction. See, the direction is usually going around the same direction. Then it's got the wave heights, which does change a bit and now and then. The period, how the period is, and look at the period stay kind of constant almost. And then you got your wind kilometers. Well, this one's in kilometer, and it's got the sun. Or it's got the summary. It's a clear day, or it's a cloudy, or whatever. and then it's giving the rain to say what it could be, and the temperatures, and the sunrise times, and the sunset times. Where's the moon here to say moon is causing tides, guys? That's why I just wanted to bring this up to show even the tides tables do not show anything about the moon because it hasn't affected the tides. I see someone's coming into Discord.
It's me.
Hey Michael, how are you doing?
I'm alright.
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah, sorry I'm late, I was just eating tea.
No stress. Like I said, I started early tonight because the power's going off at 9, so I'm still waiting for that guy to get back to me on what I would need for the power things, like the right inverter and the right battery and everything. I don't want to buy the wrong thing. So I just want to say thank you again everybody that has donated towards the fund for the generator, because I don't want to buy a generator and have to pay for petrol all the time. So I would rather go and get a system like inverter and a battery and everything, and I charge that up, and then later on I can upgrade to solar. Going to be much more better and affordable, that I can even go off grid sometime. So thank you again everybody for donating towards that. The funds is just sitting and waiting now for the guy to give me the right information what I need to buy, because I do not want to buy the wrong things. So yeah, how you doing, Michael?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me, flat? Sorry.
Yes, how's it going, PJ? Good to see you.
I don't know, because the signal's bad. Cool. I've had to come off YouTube just to come on for a second. It's just a question. I don't know if this is wrong thinking or not, but if a tide comes in on one shore, does it go out in the opposite shore? I don't know if that sounds silly, but I was just wondering. You know what I mean?
If it comes in on one shore, it goes out. I guess it's got to do with the size, length of the wave.
If the pool of the water or whatever comes in one shore, if there's an opposite shore, I don't know however miles away, does it, like, even if it's across the sea, I don't know, does it go out on the other shore? I don't know, I've never known this, I've never been sure about that.
Well, I do know in Cape Town, a lot of times, especially with blowback strand and stuff, you can be on one side of a beach. Let's say you buy Klein Icy, and there's no tide really there,
right.
But it comes from the you can literally see the tide coming in from the adjacent a beach.
Well,
it literally moves across as it comes in, and it brings the tide in. Then that other beach all of a sudden has low tide, while Klein Icy, Ons Icy or whatever has a high tide.
Yeah, that answers my question.
They didn't necessarily have a beach opposite to beach. You know what I mean? So I don't think it works like that. I saw a video showing you like what's happening with tidal nodes, and it looked like a circular type pattern to it around magnetic points.
It's definitely interesting.
But imagine, like, the saying moon is dragging oceans about, right? So if moon can attract oceans and pull them about, why don't Earth pull moon in?
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean,
I thought gravity was so weak that the moon, do you know what I mean? It should be able to pull an ocean if gravity's that weak. Do you know what I mean?
But look at the issue here. I mean, you get places like Jamaica or even Tahiti that doesn't have any tides. Why is that? When they even have full moon and everything, the sun together, there's no tide.
That's crazy. Right, I'm echoing, so I'll head back to YouTube and let you get on with the flats.
Thanks for coming. If you got more questions, just hit me up. Let me know.
Not a problem.
I'll try my best to answer that.
See you in a bit, Michael. Bye-bye.
So, Michael?
Yeah.
So yeah, you agree that the moon thing is just rubbish, though?
Yeah, definitely. Well, imagine if I went to the seaside in England, tide comes in and goes out a couple of times a day. But yeah, you can see moon.
Oh, you're kind of breaking up.
Time, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, we couldn't hear anything. You're breaking up. You're roboting. You might have to go out and in again.
Sorry. Hold on, I'll jump out and come back in.
Okay, cool. That's the old Discord habit. This. Hey Tony Whitcomb, Flatwood. This is the reason I was seeing
seen to the back of the class for disruption because they couldn't answer any point I brought up. Even in geography, she was peed off with me and called me an idiot. Wow. Yeah, kind of, because remember, in school you're not allowed to be taught how to think, you're taught what to think. It's called indoctrination.
Hello, can you hear me? Is that better?
Oh, still the same, man. I don't know if it's maybe your reception tonight, I don't know.
Doesn't matter. I pay for fact. It's internet, mate. I've like got 200 megabytes per second. I don't understand. I think it's Discord.
Maybe it's Discord, yeah. Sometimes you do have the problem with Discord. PJ. But yeah, like I said, yeah?
What's PJ got?
Yeah, PJ's in YouTube again.
Right, so can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so what I was saying was, like, for instance, this week, you've been able to see moon nearly all day till about 4 PM or something. I mean, you can, if you go to the coast in England, tide comes in and goes out several times in a day. So if I were to go to the coast week and moon's been in the sky all day, I come see it's coming in and out, but moon's not moving anywhere, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, I mean, if it was really the moon, you would let's say you have the full moon in the day. It's supposed to then stay following the moon all the way, would it not? I mean, a lot of times in South Africa, you literally see the full moon, the whole morning till about noon, and sometimes the whole day. Now, if you on the coastal lines and you're seeing the sun, the moon like that the whole day moving across, is it not supposed to be showing how it's pulling the tide the whole way around? It doesn't. The tide goes in and out normal with the moon there or not. It's got absolutely nothing to do with the moon present or not. So it's very interesting that the people still believe the moon has anything to do with it. And it's usually the people that don't actually go out and observe these things for themselves, seeing that the moon does nothing. Yeah, I found quite an interesting thing as well, where the tidal range, the difference between high and low tide around Australia. Now, the reason Australia is quite interesting because of the topography of Australia. So that so it shows quite that different type of tides, which is quite interesting. That's why I thought I'd bring this up. Sorry, excuse me. What causes tides? Now remember, guys, this is still obviously globe consensus stuff. So yeah, but let's just read what they're saying here. Tides are the alternating rise and fall of surface water levels across oceans, beaches, estuaries, and harbors. They are caused primarily by the gravitational pull of the moon. That's what they say. Okay, primary cause, which is total rubbish. Which is strong enough to displace the oceans towards the moon. A similar displacement away from the moon occurs on the other side. So that's what they're saying with neap tides or whatever, on the other side. Other side of the Earth, where the centrifugal force exceeds the moon's gravitational pull. Yeah, okay, if you say so. There are other factors involved. Now, like this, by the way, there are other factors involved. The other factors involved, including the sun's gravitational pull, which is bogus, the moon's declination, angular height above the equator, local geography and topography. That you can come behind. Local geography and topography definitely causes tides. And water depth. All of these factors combine to create a complex tidal system across the world's ocean. We could have just deleted this whole section just like that. Because that is just pseudoscience, belief, rubbish. This can be shown and demonstrated to work. Hence the demonstration I did with the fish tank. You can see this happening. I'm going to do more demonstrations on that though, because I actually want to do it with creating topography to see the different workings. Yeah, there is crickets outside the house, PJ. Sorry about that, I can't really do anything about it. And there's frogs as well, Kevlar.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Search in YouTube animation of tidal nodes.
Tidal nodes.
Yeah.
YouTube animation.
Animation of tidal nodes.
Okay. Animation. Tidal. Animation. Okay, why is it tired? Why is this? Animation tidal nodes. Okay. Which one you want me to go look at?
There's a few, like, just pick one.
What really causes tides? Hint, it's not the moon. Ah, that's quite interesting.
No, type in animation of tidal nodes.
Well, I just found a video from God's Flat Earth 2. I'll put the link in the description if anybody's interested in watching it sometime. Can we go through it a bit maybe? Let's just see what it says. It will be interesting to find out what they say.
Here's a map of tidal amplitude, which is the difference between the low and the high tide in a given place. So what that means is that the low tide might be a meter below sea level,
yeah,
and the high tide might be a meter above sea level, and that...
Yeah, so he's just showing the different levels of tide, obviously.
Would be a tidal amplitude of 2 meters, which is considered very high. Okay. And those high tidal amplitudes are here in red. So that
okay, we don't obviously
here
need to see
in
this.
Upper Canada. Now, the greatest density of these that I have seen is in the Polar Sea. Now, this is a polar projection map. This is a favorite by flat earthers.
Okay.
And you can see how many of these nodes are in the Arctic Sea. This is the Arctic Sea up here, the North Polar Sea. You can see all the nodes in here.
So he's talking about the nodes.
Circling them all. These are places with no tide.
Places with no tide, guys. Why is that? Why do you have places with no tides if the moon is causing the tides? As I said, like Tahiti, Jamaica, there's quite a few. There's places that have no tides whatsoever.
This is just a zoom in on that, so you can see it's almost fractal how this looks, because you've got all these little nodes here, and then you've also got all big nodes all in the sea. Oh, that's where the purples are. These big tidal nodes.
Wow.
These seem to be the center of what's going on with the tides.
Okay. So his concentration is the amplitude of the tide, so that's quite cool. But yeah, I think definitely going to go through it sometime. Oh, see, this is what they say. Michael, you can see on the screen, right?
Argentina down here. This is from the Wikipedia article on tidal nodes, and it's extremely sparse. There's very, very little information about what these are and what
I'm having trouble with this card flat side. I'm going to just edit it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the tidal, that's what I was saying, that the bolts due to inertia because the tidal nodes, that's what they're saying. But it doesn't really make sense.
There's a line about how the moon causes them, but it's frankly laughable. People can think after looking at tidal nodes and how tides react around tidal nodes that the moon is doing this. You've got this joke of an animation here on the bottom right that does not correspond.
It does not correspond. 100% agree.
Whatsoever with the models I've shown you, as well as this one on the top where you have a bulge both on the moon side and on the non-moon side.
Yeah, but you see, they're saying it's got the bulge on the moon side and that side because of this, the centrifugal forces are greater than, which is just bullshit. It's just them making another loophole to save their story.
And nothing on the top or bottom, even though we know that there's a great deal of tide in the southern part and in the northern part of what would be this map here. There's also...
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Why
Why do we have those tides there if that the moon's pulling all the waters that way? And remember how it's pulling it. I mean, it's pulling the whole Earth's water that way. Why is there tides there, low tide there, high tide there, low tide? You understand? There are in different sections in that whole supposed pool having different tides, and some places do not have the tides. Is it sick? Is it just
in that tree there, flat side, it's like showing the Earth's actually in a big giant bubble of water.
Exactly.
And that's it's either like, is it?
Yeah, 100%. But I know this is really, it's laughable. It's laughable. Let's see, why does tides range vary from place to place? As shown in the map below, the average tidal range varies dramatically around the coastline from less than 1 meter in southwest Australia to more than 8 meters in northwest Australia, and even higher, with more than 11 meters difference during king tides. Now, why would you have those differences if the moon is the cause? I mean, you're telling me the moon is only very selective on where it's pulling? No. Tonio, read my last comment if you will. Reality's a bitch. That's right. Earth spin would not create tides, as the Earth spin is in one direction. So a south-facing beach would have the tide going sideways. Mic drop. Exactly. 100%, Tony. That's my whole point I was also making. Like, where I was trying to explain with it, you can see how the tide moves in Cape Town. You can literally see it comes from the one beach and it moves and pulls it up. Why? That's not how it works with the globe. The globe would literally have it like that animation was showing. It goes this one. Hey Jolly Man, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Like we saw with this thing here, look at that. Why, if that is the supposed pool, why in between, inside that bulge, you have some places with lower tides, higher tides, no tide at all? You understand? It contradicts what they're saying, because it's the same moon at the same time giving the same pool. I mean, hello? Do these guys ever think? No. Jeff, most of the population believe in the moontide scam. Yes, they do believe in the moontide scam, and it is just a scam.
That's
yeah.
Globe don't think it gets told.
Exactly. Like I said, they're taught what to think and not how to think. So they just take it and think, yeah, that's it. I'm going to take it as it is because I'm taught this way, therefore it's this way. It's sad, actually. I see we got up to 45 votes. Do you have an idea about the tides? Yes, 58%, no, 18%, and not so sure, 24%. Should I carry on reading this paper? This variation is due to response of ocean to astronomical tidal forces and the shape and depth of ocean basins. I like that word, ocean basins. You know, something that globers don't like. They don't like the word basins because even water has to be contained. Everything has to be contained, guys. Bays and estuaries which have a funneling effect. So remember with hydrostatics, if it has a funneling effect, the water speeds up. The spread of tides around the oceans can be thought of many waves interacting with each other, as well as topography of the sea floor, with waves undergoing reflection, refraction, rotation, and change. What does reflection, refraction, and rotation, well, refraction and refraction have to do with tides? A tide doesn't give a damn about the reflection. It's not going to change anything about it. And refraction is definitely not going to cause anything with tides. Refraction is also just, like reflection, an optical phenomenon. I mean, what the hell? And what rotation? Yeah, you can have rotation of the water due to the topography. But yeah. And changes of speed. Yeah, things change speed.
Large tides observed in Northwest Australia is part because of the large width of continental shelf. Allows tides to go larger than they otherwise would be with a different shape. You see, it's all got to do with topography. Just my argument, like I'm saying. A similar effect occurs within the southern part of the Great Barrier Reef. Tides are also amplified as they spread into the South Australian Gulfs and from either side of the Bass Strait. Other factors that influence tidal range is the presence of amphidromic points. These points are nodes. These are the nodes that what's the name was talking about. I think it was, yeah. No, where is it? Okay, it doesn't want to pick that up. Amphidromic points, okay. Our nodes generally occur in the center of the ocean basins where there is almost no vertical movement from tidal action. A zero amplitude in tidal wave. Now why would that be? Because doesn't the moon go over the same place? They're telling us that the moon doesn't move there? Really odd. So if the moon has its GP over that tidal node in the ocean basin, is it not supposed to be pulling it up, because that's what gravity of the moon is supposed to be doing? Exactly, a basin is a container, PJ. That's what I say, even the liquids need containment. The high tide wave crests and low tide wave through move around the point in rotational pattern. Remember what I was saying with Thermohalian currents? It rotates with a rotational pattern around through to the topography. That's why you have what they call the, I can't think of the name now, where they got the where all the junk and stuff meets up. I'm gonna quickly Sorry, I can't really spell well. Thermohaline. There we go. Thermohaline circulation plays an important role in supplying heat to the polar regions, therefore influence the rate of sea ice formation during the poles, which in affects other aspects of climate systems and albedo, and thus high altitude. Okay, but I'm trying to look for a specific, what's the name of the things, those where it goes into, where all the rubbish and stuff meet. These sections. Okay, well I can't think of the name right now, guys. There it's supposed to be. Let's visit this quickly. It might show you. Check out the abyssal plains. I will look. Ocean current summary. This is interesting. Ocean current. Horizontal and vertical circulation systems of ocean waters produced by gravity. Definitely not. Wind friction, like I was saying, you got the wind on top that's causing it, and water density variation, which I showed why. Coriolis forces. Again, Coriolis is not a force. It's an apparent force if you say Coriolis force, which you haven't even proved yet because there's no spin of Earth. Which, remember, you need Coriolis effect to actually show there's a Coriolis force. Because ocean currents to move clockwise in the northern hemisphere and kind of go, no, that's not. They move this way. Can you see they're moving different directions all over? It's because of the topography, guys. It's not because of any movement of Earth. Anyway, deflecting about 45% from wind direction. This creates distinctive currents called gyres. That's the word I was looking for, gyres. They call him gyres due to Coriolis, which is not. The gyres, these gyres are due to the topography. That's very, very where all the junk meets up. That's called California. Good one, Kevlar. Consider the sun's radiant heat and modulation of pressure. And don't forget the volumetric expansion of liquids. Also true. Abyssal plains. I'm going to quickly check that. Abyssal plains. An abyssal plain is an underwater plain on the deep ocean floor, usually found at depths between 3,000 meters and 6,000 meters. Interesting. The abyssal plain is an underwater plain that is ocean floor, usually found at depths, okay? Lying generally between the foot of the continental rise and the mid-ocean ridge. Abyssal plains cover more than 50% of the Earth's surface. They are among the flattest, smoothest, and least explored regions of Earth. Guys, do you read that? They are among the flattest, smoothest, and least explored regions of Earth. What does it say here? Abyssal plains cover more than 50% of Earth's surface. So, if it covers more than 50% of Earth's surface and it's the flattest, smoothest, and least explored regions, that means the floor for more than 50% of Earth is flat. Flat, guys. Brilliant. Thank you, Michael, for letting us come to this. This is brilliant. So why is the ocean floor flat, guys, and you want to claim the water curve? So did the ocean floor forget to curve with the water? Yes, really. That's brilliant, Michael. Thank you for bringing this up. Oh wow. So I think abyssal plains is actually a very good argument for the flat Earth then. I know, what a surprise. 50% spherical, 50%. I know, Johnny man, that doesn't really make sense. But heck, it's the contradiction of the globe, because if it's a globe spheroid, it cannot be 50% flattest, smoothest surface. It has to be curved right around the whole spheroid. So even 1% of flat debunks their globe. Planes and plates don't curve. They've been trolling everyone. Exactly, they have. Hey, Face Reality, good to see you. If you guys haven't already, see his latest video. It was very good on Sean Hawkins. Do pop by and watch that. Really good. If you haven't already, do subscribe as well. Also, Michael Kahn has released a good video with Fight the Flat Earth and Not the Professor Dave. Also very good, very funny. Please do watch, because Dave had to teach Fight the Flat Earth about variables, which I was trying to explain to him too, but he couldn't get. Maybe you'll listen to his so-called Professor Dave. Model Namor and Aquaman causes the tides. Yes, definitely. And I think if you go down and you ask Poseidon, he usually sits there with his trident and he helps with the tides now and then as well. A girl in work said that she would bleed out if the moon disappeared due to her periods being on a moon cycle. Oh my word. Like tide shaking my head produces all... Did she really say that, Tony? I can't believe that. Now what? Yeah. Wow. That's kind of hectic. Okay, so I think let's go on with this abyssal plane thing quickly. I think this is quite epic. Is it showing up? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, so remember, keep this in mind. They're saying it's among the flattest, smoothest surface on Earth, and it's over 50%. Like I said, abyssal plains cover more than 50%. So 50% of Earth is definitely flat, even on the globe model. Try and wrap your head around that. How much thousands and thousands of miles is smooth and flat? Where do they get the curve? Are they calling the Earth now a cube with rounded water around it? It's like this. It's like let's make a new one quickly. Oh, new presentation. Let's say this is their globe. We're going to use it as the abyssal plane. Remember, 50% has to be flat. More than 50%. So this is supposed to be the globe. And more than 50%, so we'll say about that is the water. Does that look right to you guys? Because more than 50% is flat and smooth. Hey Jess Palmer, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Do we see this shape of the globe portrayed when they show us the globe? No. Or when they say now let's see, that's the level of water. The surface, does the water now curve around the water? Behind, does the floor stay flat while the trying to see if I can get this to okay, I can't change shape, but anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. Just probably non-scientifically impossible. Exactly. I wonder if the iron molten core is half sphere, half cuboid. I'm going to actually start bringing this up now for the Glovers, because it does sort of see that if you look at the abyssal plane. I mean, wow, that's like insane. Let's carry on reading anyway. The creation of the abyssal plane is the result of the spreading of the seafloor. Remember, abyssal plane is seafloor, it's flat. Plate tectonics and other melting of the lower oceanic crust. Magma rises from above the asterosphere. How do you get the sphere if it's actually flat, as they just said? The layout of the mantle, and this is basaltic material, reaches the surface at mid-ocean ridges. It forms new oceanic crust, which is constantly pulled sideways by spreading off of the seafloor. Abyssal plains result from blanketing of an originally uneven surface of oceanic crust by fine-grained sediments. So even these sediments and things lay level and flat. It's not just water, guys. Not just lava, like Neil deGrasse Tyson says. Even lava lies flat. Where now everything seeks level. It's very, very odd that you have so much level talk in the globe rhetoric. Okay, so let's anyway go on. Ridges, ocean crust, sideways spreading at seafloor. Abyssal plains result from the blanketing. We already read that. Mainly clay and silt. Yeah. Much of the sediment is supported by turbidity currents that have been channeled from the continental margins. This is interesting. What's turbidity currents? A turbidity current is mostly typical of an underwater current of usually rapidly moving sediment-laden water moving down a slope, although current reaches indicates the water saturated and may be a primary actor in the process. Turbidity currents can also occur in the fluids besides water. Researchers from okay, so you see this can also create currents under the water. So when these create currents, do they not also help to push the water aside to give it tides? Okay, and it's just saying metallic noodles and whatever, sediments, metals including manganese, iron, nickel, cobalt and copper, also amount of carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus and silicon due to material that comes down and decomposes. Let's all imagine how we are hollow earthers and can be closer to the molten core and cut out the electricity bills. Yeah, it's free energy. We can cut it out. 100% jolly man. So that's just explaining all that. Okay. Abyssal plains are not recognized as distinct physiographic features of the seafloor until the late 1940s. Until recently, none had been studied on a systematic basis. They are poorly preserved. There's a reason why they don't study the ocean floors. Because if the basis shows you that at more than 50% of Earth's surface is flat, and they haven't even explored all the regions of Earth, what do you think they're going to show you if they're going to actually explore the Earth's ocean floors? Because then you're going to say, hold on, where's the curve? Why the hell are you telling us the Earth is a sphere if everything is based on flat level floor? And that's going to obviously disrupt the whole let's go to space nonsense, because that's why they try and get everybody away from exploring the ocean, our place where we live, to a place we cannot go that violates natural law, hence space. Like they're struggling to get to the moon, they're struggling to get to Mars, because you cannot go there. So yeah, it's going to be an ongoing cycle to keep the masses, how can I say, there, to concentrate on there as long as possible, while the magic trick is that they're keeping the people away from what's actually happening. It's like taking 2 bags and you've taken the person's card and stuck it in the one bag, and you are doing a magic trick, show you confusing them and showing them this bag, but in the meantime you've put it in another bag. Now look at that as the magic trick, that you've got their card in the one bag, but you are preoccupying them with the other bag. So that other bag is now space, but the information given is actually the floor. That's why you get the people with the globe that's trying to argue, I look at the sky, therefore Earth is a planet. That's the logic. It's exactly just that. Tony Whitcomb, she's really said that I can't even make it up. I didn't hear it. I can't. That's like insane stuff, Tony. That's like on a whole different level of wow. Water always seeks its lowest point and levels out. Yes, Charlie, exactly, 100%. Okay, let's see what the poll is saying. 56 votes. Okay, it's gone up. Do you have an idea about tides? Yes, 59%. No, 14%. Not 100% sure, 20%. Remember the catch-22 Globus. So if you do say yes, you are conceding that the Earth is flat, because the topic of discussion is tides on a flat Earth. So when you're saying yes, you are agreeing that there is tides on a flat Earth, and you know what it is. So therefore, conceding flat Earth tides, you know what they are. Congratulations. That was really great. Thank you for bringing this up. Thank you for bringing this up, Michael. Really do appreciate it. Let's see. The role of tides in modeling coastal landforms is twofold. Tidal currents transport large quantities of sediment, land may erode bedrock, and rise and fall of the tide distributes waves energy across the shoreline by changing the depth of the water and the position of the shoreline. Jeff, water is flat ocean floor, flat salt flats, land, and we're told it's a ball. Exactly, Jeff. There's just so much flat everywhere, and yet we're told it's a ball. This is the almanac for the tides, great and small. Tides can range from size small to great, and certain areas of the world are prone to specifically sized tides. Some parts of the world, such as Tahiti and Polynesian islands in the South Pacific, have no lunar tides at all. Keep that in mind. What is the globe? Oh, what is the globe argument? What is the globe argument, guys? Is the globe argument not the moon causes the tides? So, these words have no lunar tides at all. This means no moon tides at all. I'm sure Tahiti and the Polynesian islands have moons. Do they not have the moon over them? Come, let's actually look for this. Tahiti moon. Moon phases. Okay. Definitely Tahiti has moons, guys, because there's moon phases over Tahiti. Full moon, first quarter, new moon, third quarter. They really have moons, guys. So why do they say have no lunar tides at all? Even reflections on water surface shows no convexity. Yes, PJ, definitely not. A single daily tide caused by the sun raises the seas just 1 foot. Is that so? You see, now they have to make up an excuse why the moon doesn't do it. So now they say the sun causes a tide. Okay. And in other places such as Fundy Bay and Fundy in Nova Scotia, tides routinely rise and fall by 40 feet and can get much higher during extreme conditions, produce proxygen tides. Throughout the world, extreme tide variations are largely due to the shape of the ocean bottom. Shape of the ocean bottom. So topography plays a role, guys. And bays orientation and outline. Topography, everybody. Just what I'm saying. High tides can be either exaggerated in height or reduced in the shape of the bay and the way the undersea surface rises at the location. Tahiti and all the Polynesia, however, experience an entirely different effect. Think of it this way: just as carrying a shallow pan of water sets up a swishing back and forth motion that soon makes the water spill over the pan sides, there is a middle or fulcrum point where the water hardly moves at all. The island of Polynesia, located right at the fulcrum point for the specific basin. Again, containment. This fulcrum point has nothing to do with the equator. I love how they keep adding this in. It's got nothing to do with the equator. It just has got nothing to do with it, resulting in almost no tidal movement. The Jolly Man, using pi radius circle sphere river 950 times 2, yeah, a circumference 24901 miles, therefore 8 inches per mile squared. Yes, they do have to have that 8 inches per mile squared, but remember they are throwing it away because it contradicts their refraction. It's supposed to be very accurate up to about 1,000 miles, which the math works out. We've seen actual mathematicians say it does work out, so only anti-flat earthers say it doesn't, because they know it's a detrimental to their globe, to their geometric horizon. Tyson don't even know what gravity is, so the Globers are throwing Tyson under the bus as he knows what gravity is. Take note, Fundies, you're killing your own priest of heliocentric. Exactly, Tony, they are killing their own priest. There are many other local physical variations, some still poorly understood, produce fascinating range of tides around the world. I like this. These and many other local physical variations, some still poorly understood, produce the fascinating range of tides found around the world. So even on the globe model, no one really understands what's going on. Face reality: floor, the lower surface of a room on which one may walk, sea floor, ocean floor, flat maybe. Exactly, face reality. That's why they say abyssal plains. I don't know if you saw this. The abyssal plains cover more than 50% of Earth's surface. They are among the flattest and smoothest and least explored regions on Earth. Yeah, the ocean floors are flat, guys. At least more than 50% of the Earth's surface. So again, show me how flat can curve. Maybe the ocean floor forgot to curve with their so-called bendy water. Oh man. Yeah, and I think that's all that I really wanted to show. So I'm just going to show this video again for the ones that did not watch it yet. I think because some people have not been able to watch it, so sit back and enjoy it.
Subscribe today. Just going to do a quick demonstration, as I see tides is a big topic at the moment with anti-flat earthers and globe believers. I'm going to be showing thermohaline currents, which is considered to be the ocean's conveyor belts. Yeah, I've just got a fish tank with some water. I've put some red food coloring in now, and that jar in the back there, I'm going to add some hot water shortly. The thing is, the red dye is just representing the hot current. It is denser than the water it is in, so it has sunk. Now when I'm adding the hot water to the jar to heat that area up, you will see that it will start to rise and want to go to the opposite side where it is a colder area, because always hot to cold. Now you must remember, when something gets hotter, it is less dense than when it's colder. Well, this is according to with water. Especially when it comes to salt water, it It's just got to do with hydrostatic equilibrium. If you understand heat seeks cold, hot seeks cold, it's just an equilibrium process. So it's going through a cycle, and this is why you have tides. It's got nothing to do with the moon, as you have places that has full tides without a moon present. And then you have places that don't even have a tide when it is present. You have lakes that don't have it, and you have lakes that do have it. It's all just got to do with the cycles. AKA no gravitational pull whatsoever. That is just a fundamental belief. So I challenge everybody that believes it's the moon's gravitational pull to please go and find me one scientific hypothesis and experiment validating gravity exists. This challenge I've asked for years now, and have not had one globe defender providing me with a hypothesis, a scientific hypothesis, an experiment from anywhere showing gravity exists. Okay? Thank you for watching, and remember, we live on a stationary horizontal plane. God bless.
So yeah, yes, Michael, I definitely want to do some more demonstrations again. I enjoy doing demonstration. Tell you what, Flatwoods kids have a great dad, and all the chat that have kids who don't want to learn will grow and spread the message. Hope it ends well. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. But I also like to breathe, so shout out air. definitely Kevlar. We love to breathe. Dress bomber, flat fingers, flat water, flat earth, flat waterer, exactly. The journey for truth is so interesting. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Let's take the globe guys, for instance. They sit there and they just believe what they are told. They don't really look further into it, and if they do look further into it, they just ignore it because it contradicts their belief system. So how are you going to get further in life if you just literally piggybacking everything you know off of pseudoscience belief? You can't get anywhere. So yeah, again, this is another invite to whoever wants to come in and chat. You're more than welcome to come in, chat for the last, because we're only going to go around another about half an hour to 40 minutes because the power is going off at 9 o'clock again. So yeah, if you guys would love to come and chat, I do have my Discord open and my Gilded. I will put the link in chat again, so we can have some, in case anybody wants to come in and chat about, give your idea on what you think the tides is and how it works, because I think it'll be interesting to see who comes up with what. So again, yeah, it is open for chat. Anybody's welcome. Everybody is invited, and that's including you globe defenders, if you want to even just have a little quick chat about why you think tides cannot work on a flat earth and why you think it's still the moon. So you're more than welcome to come in and chat about it. Speaking of that, while we're waiting to see if anyone's coming in, did you guys, I can't believe it, I actually watched it today. I'm gonna look through quickly. Oh man, I can't believe it, dude. McToon was on that other guy's channel, that other guy show, that Christopher, whatever his face was. And, well, I can't believe the things that they said there. I was quickly looking for it. Christopher Enoch. I'm just gonna quickly look for it. Anyway, wait, I don't even see it on here. Sorry, I'm looking for it quickly. Where's your video with McToon? Did you take it off, Christopher? Because McToon's video was on here, and I don't see where you had McToon on your show. That's really odd. I don't know if I'm looking missed. Do you guys see where you had McToon on? Because it was literally like the other day, and now it's not here anymore. Why did you remove the video with McToon on? Is it because you were caught lying a few times? Yes, Gary Wybenga actually caught you out on the lie where he said about the bacon. Because where's that bacon video that you said you never had? I'm sure I also saw the bacon video, and now I don't see the bacon video either. Very odd. So instead of just conceding you are wrong and stuff, you would rather go and just cover up your dishonesty and lies. Sad. But anyway, let's go look at this. This was a stream that was that I exactly, Kevlar. Globers have no argument, therefore have never been in a debate. Notice they all have different perspective about their mental nodal. I left him a comment. This is my comment, guys. If you know what these means, it's very simple. Let's go look, just so we can make it very apparent for him. And if any man shall take away from the words of this book and prophecy, God shall take away his part out in the book of life, and the holy city, and the things which are written in this book. Next one. You guys might want to know why I wrote this, because he does seem to want to be very selective on what he chooses in the Bible. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall you diminish aught from it, and ye may keep the commandments of the Lord God which I commanded you. It's kind of getting to a point here, don't you guys agree? Proverbs. Let's see. And now not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar. Do not add to the words, lest he reason with you. So you can see what I'm saying. It's just literally, I've got a point put there. So, because he seems to be adding or taking away, because he chooses what he can use. So every word of God is flawless. He is shield to those who take refuge in him. Do not add to his words, or he will rebuke you and prove you a liar. Wow. Anyway, now that is the comment. You see, there's only 3 comments on here. What do you think his response was to me? Oh wait, why is it showing 3 comments and the other comments not showing? Because Christopher doesn't actually comment to me. He had someone else comment for him. But look what I wrote. I love how Christopher keeps ignoring me and loving other people's comments. That one that's now hidden. Also note, Christopher, you are choosing a religious man over God's word. Yeah, because I wish I took a screenshot of the guy's comment, because it was really, I know YouTube messes with the comments as well, Michael. It happens a lot, but his comment was liked and I replied to it. But that's what I'm saying. What don't you think it's odd that this guy doesn't ever reply to my messages? Because I do leave him comments, and it's usually scripture-based comments, and he just doesn't reply to me. Instead, he likes other people's. Oh yeah, you know what the comment was about? Aristotle and Aristotelianism thing means, therefore it's a globe, it's proven. That was it. See, he liked that comment, so he's taking that over God's word. And this is the guy that's supposed to be all for preaching. But yeah, now I'm looking for that. Where is McToon thing, guys? Because I want to specifically look for. Let's look in my history, because I did watch it today, so it should show up in my history. Why is it not showing up in my history, guys? Oh wait, maybe because it's taken off. That's sad. Maybe he's come to his senses and now he's changing. Is that what you're saying, dude? Have you changed Let's see. Christopher Enoch and McToon. I'm going to search for it that way, see if I can find it. Christopher Enoch and McToon, and there's nothing. It just shows Christopher Enoch's, another Christopher Enoch page. But where is his? Is it also because Gary Wybenga totally ripped Toon apart? Because McToon was actually asking them to end it because of it. He actually asked him to end it because Gary Wybenga was literally obliterating McToon when he came on there, because it was about perspective, and we all know McToon doesn't know what perspective is. And yes, McToon made very, very direct claims, like these are his exact words: orthographic is perspective. Yes, guys, McToon literally said it. Orthographic is perspective. I almost choked on my juice I was drinking at the time. Christians may have seen it, were all over the vid, and so he took it down. You never know, Michael, you never know. But it's just sad to see that. Is it very honest of a person just to take it down now because of that? It's downloaded on my phone, so I don't know, I can't see downloads on the other. Sucks. But yeah. So Christopher Enoch. Very, very interesting. I wonder if he's still got his let's look if he's still got his flat earth what's the names on here? Because he's got a whole flat earth there we are, leveling earth. Yes, there we go. He's got leveling earth in here. So he's still got his flat earth leveling so-called things on here. Playlist, maybe he's got a playlist. Romans, Judges, Deuteronomy, leveling flat earth. There we go. Maybe we can watch some of his leveling flat earth for the last half an hour.
If you work in IT, you need a Terra.
Sorry. Oh, we don't need a Terra because you guys just want to go and block me. That's for the second. What a Kevlar said. What a Kevlar said. Thank you, Flatvoid, for seeking and speaking about the truth. I appreciate everyone that made it a long way. Thank you, Kevlar, for you guys. Yeah, I'm all for truth. I'm all for the truth, and I'm not here to be how can I put it? Put ego in front. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. As simple as that. And that's one thing. I mean, I'm an open book. I'm as honest as they can come. I'm not dishonest. That's why when it comes to this 11 frames rubbish, why do you think everything is shown up? Because I didn't lie. I'm an open book about it. So, yeah. I guess the Globers don't like me for that. Extra big shout out to Jeff Gasshead. Yeah, often the only people that see my comments are me alone. How strange. Why is that, Jolly Man? I see your comments. You rock, dude. Everybody here rocks. Jess, go to the left where all Flatwood's channels are, then scroll down till you see me and Flatwood's avatars. Yeah, you can do that. I think I'm going to quickly mute that, and we can actually look at some of his skip ad. Okay, let's watch some of his leveling flat earth. I think that's going to be quite cool to watch. Okay, so the devil has effectively discredited a lot of people by getting them to believe flat earth.
Leveling flat earth.
Let's go a bit softer.
Part 1. Your credibility is on the line. Your entire testimony is on the line.
Why? Why is our entire credibility on the line? Our entire testimony is on the line. Let's listen to why he says so.
In a court of law, one of the main objectives of the opposing party, the enemy, is to discredit you.
This isn't a court of law, but okay, do go on.
And how does the enemy discredit you? By getting you to admit to or to say something that is proven to be false. Because if you don't discern the truth on one thing, then how can the judge or jury believe you on anything?
Exactly. So would this just be projection then, because you took down a video which Gary called you out for being lying, and I saw that video too, and that video is also gone now. He literally brought up a video which was talking about bacon, and if you eat bacon or something, then you're not a Christian. He said he doesn't remember, in that stream he said he does not remember bringing that up, he doesn't know about it, and Gary actually brought it up to him. You should have seen his face when he said that though. PJ, Flats, I've seen you correct yourself in a video when live, being wrong, definitely honest. Thank you, PJ. Yes, because like I said, ego has got nothing to me. I don't give a damn about peer pressure or whatever someone thinks of me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. As simple as that. 71 votes. Do you have an idea about tide? 65% yes, no 13%, not sure, not 100% sure, 23%. Let's carry on.
You are effectively discredited, and your entire testimony is worthless.
Yeah.
In this video series, I will show you that you don't need NASA to prove the Earth is spherical.
No, you don't need NASA. We just bring NASA because you guys used NASA, like I says NASA, to prove your globe, which we show are true, proven liars. And there are more than one space agency. The reason we use NASA is because they are the biggest space agency.
All you need is a little bit of common sense, observation, and critical thinking skills. And every scripture that was used to so-called prove the flat Earth theory.
I like how he brings scripture into this. And by the way, flat Earth is not a theory. You can use scripture if you want to. I mean, I had 2 nights ago, I had a stream. If you guys haven't already, do go watch it. Does the Bible teach flat Earth? Which it definitely does. Through all the scriptures we're going, it's definitely showing flat Earth.
Is grossly misinterpreted and inconsistently applied. Follow for more. Part 2 of a series called Leveling Flat Earth.
I like how it says leveling flat Earth. Does he not know when he's saying leveling flat Earth, that means he's conceding to Earth being level and flat? Did any of you guys catch that?
Little bit something about me personally.
Now it's buffering again. Why? Michael Kahn.
Since I was a youngster, for the past 35 years or so, one of my hobbies was model rocketry.
Model rocketry, really awesome. I actually shot some rockets up when I was a younger lad. Didn't get too high though, but it was high enough.
You know, building model rockets and launching them.
Building model rockets and launching them. Guys, you heard him. His beard is biblical. I guess that's why he grows his beard though.
This is one of the more recent model rockets that I built.
Wow.
So, hey, I know a little bit about this stuff.
Yeah, he's got a rocket in hand, so it means he knows a little bit about stuff. You know, it's easy to go and buy a rocket and just show it on screen and say, I own a rocket, therefore I know my stuff. But let's see what he actually knows, guys.
Some of my brothers and sisters in the model rocket field have built very impressive rockets, fully equipped with cameras, and shot them up to very high altitudes.
Remember, excuse me quickly. Hey, kom hier. Nee, ek is besig. Kom slaap. Kan jy slaap? Kan jy slaap? Of hier ek is besig. Ek kan nie nou asseblief. Wil jy dan nie? Anyway, children. My son wants to go and fall asleep by my daughter's bed, and she doesn't want him to. Dad mode activated. Yeah, at the end of the day, my family does come first, so if I do run off, sorry guys, family is priority. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah, showing rockets. Rocket goes high with camera, therefore globe.
When those cameras, when those rockets came back, guess what you could see in those pictures? Guess what you can see in the videos? I'll give you a hint. It starts with C.
Cuddles. No, that's not right. Canoodles? No, that's not right. How about can't see anything? No, you guys, he's actually talking about curve. But how high did those rockets go? I don't think they went that high. Remember, you can't even see the curve from the ISS. Really weird. You might want to re-look at your globe math, because you have to go much higher than what those rockets can go to see the curve.
Yeah, curvature of the Earth. Search for it. Search for homebrew rockets, homemade rockets, model rockets that go up at least 100 kilometers.
Dude is clearly controlled opposition. Actually, he's a glober guy. He's just very butthurt about flat earthers because he teaches based on the Bible, but the problem is his cognitive pain is so great he cannot accept that the Bible teaches flat earth. That's why he's got this newfound passion to destroy the flat earth. It's very funny.
Or more. The evidence is there. You don't need NASA.
No, we don't need NASA. You're correct. We just need knowledge. If you have knowledge, you would know that we're seeing curve. They're seeing optical effects due to lens distortion, because usually you use a wide angle lens when you go up, and even if you use a rectangular lens, there's still distortion, and there's something called atmospheric distortion too. So when you go high enough, because the light and the atmosphere have refractive properties, what do you think happens? It has a transition that makes it seem curved. Remember, your field of view is wider even when you are higher up. Hence rectilinear lenses still show a curve. You can take that rectilinear lens, take a photo of a notepad on a straight line and crunch it up, it will still curve, because no lens is perfectly flat. It's called optics, mister.
Don't miss part 3.
Part 3, guys. Oh, whoa, sorry. What happened? I think we have missed part 3 now. Is this part?
Chinese Colgate.
Ay, sorry, these adverts are just so irritating. Okay. This man is godly. Yeah, he's supposed to be godly, guys. Okay, let's go to number 3. Oh, sorry, guys. Every time I think I'm getting there, I just go part
2 of a series called Leveling Flat Earth.
Okay, no, back. We want part 3.
Yes, I need emergency assistance.
Oh, yeah.
What is the problem, sir?
Well, you see, my friend, he read Psalms, and after he said that he would not be moved, he stopped moving.
This is now something. I saw this one today. He's trying to make fun of us because he's saying he read, he will not be moved. So, in other words, he's using scripture, taking it out of context to try and create a red herring and a straw man fallacy to make his point. But just listen how dumb he really is.
What did he read?
Psalm 62 verse 6. It says, He, that is God, is my rock and my salvation.
Yeah.
He is my defense. I shall not be moved.
Yes, there's context to this, remember? It's not to be taken literal that you shall not be moved. It's in context of what's the story? Let's go to Psalm 62 verse 6, guys. Let's just go to Psalm 62, because this guy really doesn't seem to have an idea of how things work. I'm going to go to the New King James Version just to make it a bit better. Okay, to the chief musician To Jonathan, the Psalm of David. Truly my soul silently awaits for God. From him comes my salvation. Remember, Psalms is songs. It's a song, guys. So, he only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved. Oh, I shall not be greatly moved. Why did he leave greatly out? I'm sure he said, I shall not be moved. But yeah, it says greatly. Maybe it's a different translation. Let's see something else. New International Version. My fortress, I will never be shaken. Okay, let's go look at another one. New Life, whatever. He who saves me, he is my strong place. I will not be shaken. Let's look at another one. How about the Message Bible? Oh, that's TLB, whatever. Where was the Message Bible now? Message Bible. Let's see. So, here's my solid rock under my feet, breathing room for my soul, an impregnable castle. I am set for life. Now again, remember this is a song. It's a metaphor for God is my stronghold. In him, he set me firm. I shall not be moved off the rock because I stand firm on the morals of God. God is my stronghold. That's what the context of the verse is. So he's just misquoting the verse and leaving out a very specific thing there to try and make his point. Is that honest?
When he said, I shall not be moved, he stopped moving. He froze.
Where is he?
He's right in front of me now. His
Yeah, you can make this is quite idiotic.
back is to me.
Get him to stand up and turn around so that you can see him.
But he can't move. He can't stand, and he certainly can't spin around.
No, he certainly can't spin around, guys.
What? Why not?
Because the Bible says he's immovable. You know.
No, the Bible doesn't say he's immovable. Let's read that again. He is a solid rock under my feet, breathing room for my soul, an impregnable castle I am set for life. Remember, he's talking about God, not the guy. New King James Version again, just to reiterate this. Truly my soul silently awaits for God. He's talking about God. What's the context here? The song is about God. So, who is the key here? From him, aka God, comes my salvation, David. He only is my rock and my salvation, God. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved. Why? Because he is God, aka is David's stronghold in the song. Do you get it? It's not he shall not be moved. That is you just misrepresenting a scripture. Might want to look at that. And he's an Egypt. Well, sorry, what does this word mean, PJ? An Egypt. I don't understand that word though. But yeah.
Just like it says the earth is immovable, that's why the earth...
The earth is immovable. He is an idiot, Michael. That's why I said, that's why when I say I don't find his video, I take it as he is dishonest. Because he was actually called out to be a liar there by Gary Wybanger. Great work, Gary. And I also saw that video, which it's not showing there anymore. And now the video with having Mattoon on is not there. Weird that he would take his best video off. I mean, his other videos usually do about 200 views or something. That one was doing 1,400 views. So why would he take that one off?
It's flat. We're not moving through space.
No, we're not.
That's not what it means. It means that God firmly established your friend and the earth. And
no, that's a lie. It doesn't mean God firmly established his friend. It means he is using God, which is firmly establishing his faith. That's what it means. Not God is firmly establishing him. He is having God's firmly establishment. That's what it means.
No man can change that. They are firmly established.
Oh, is that what Anajit means? Idiot. I now just learned a new word. Thank you, guys. I never knew that.
Figuratively, not physically.
And one thing I do know, why does he have this logo? What does the symbolism of this logo mean? Because it's really complex in me. Why do you have an arrow going up and then pointing down? I just don't see how that ties in with preaching.
Not literally, you moron.
Ah, now it got again. So we gotta get back again. Sorry, and get the adverts past. You know these adverts. Okay, let's see what he's saying now.
The arguments that flat earthers use to so-called prove the earth is flat is that the Bible says the world cannot be moved.
The Bible says the earth cannot be moved. Therefore, the earth cannot be moved. Are you calling God a liar now? Does anybody else understand that? If the Bible says the earth cannot be moved, it's very specific. The earth cannot be moved.
They say the earth cannot.
The earth cannot be moved. Exactly.
Be a ball spinning through space.
Kevlar, it's the direction your head should be making contact with your table as you watch this garbage. And I mean, he's got like, I mean, this is part 4. I think we saw up to like part 30 or something of this, which is insane.
Because the Bible says the earth cannot be moved. One of the things these people don't think about.
Yeah?
No capiche, no critical thinking here.
No critical thinking at all, guys. We're not critical thinkers because flat earthers do not think critically. We go against consensus. We go against mainstream. We do demonstrations, experiments, and don't give a damn about people's feelings on the globe, but yet we're not critical thinkers. Being a flat earth is the epitome of critical thinking.
At all. The Bible also says that though...
No, Jeff, his name is Christopher. I think he just put Enoch there to make it sound more religious-y. Maybe.
Those who trust in the Lord cannot be moved. Yes, the people who trust in the Lord cannot be moved.
So kind of contradicting your previous videos, because now you are putting it into context. See, guys, what I'm saying? Don't you think that's a bit dishonest? In the previous video, he's changed the context, and now he's actually giving the correct contents for the verse.
Does that mean that they literally cannot be moved? They can't go to and from work? They cannot roll over in bed? Ballerina can't spin if she trusts in the Lord?
This guy is a pastor? Yeah, he preaches on his show, on his YouTube. He reads the Bible, but don't comprehend. Remember, like I showed you the last stream when I showed you the one thing where he mocked someone saying and taking it as some kind of win if they debunked the Bible. Why is he so happy about someone debunking the Bible in his opinion if he's supposed to be preaching scripture?
Of course not. That's ridiculous. You know that it's to be taken relatively and figuratively and not literally. It goes to prove how inconsistent these flat earthers are in their interpretation of the scriptures.
He's defending his belief system. Some people can't let go and continue evolve. Exactly. But you can see it in his eyes. The cogs are turning in his brain. He's trying to lie to himself to keep it. You can see that. It's literally cognitive pain. It's cognitive dissonance. Look at it. We're going to look at another one, and you can just look at how he presents the stuff.
Trying to get covered.
Maybe I should wait a bit longer before I try and use it. Do you want to grow your YouTube channel? Yeah, TubeBuddy. I got TubeBuddy and vidIQ. Really cool stuff.
Reasons why flat earthers should never mention NASA.
Why does it say NASA? It's NASA. NASA. American for NASA. You know, NASA, not NASAR. Where does anybody ever say NASAR? Someone ever says NASA.
Number 1, because NASA is not the only space agency in the world.
No shit, Sherlock. We got a lot of different space agencies. We just use NASA, NASA because they are the most well known and the biggest so-called space agency.
A lot of Americans suffer from cocoonism.
Cocoonism. I like how he says Americans, so he doesn't really understand. So you only have flat earth Americans, is that what you're trying to say? He's an angry residential dude also. Yeah, he does look kind of angry. But it must be from all the bacon he's not eating.
Their thinking cannot extend outside of their own little American cocoon, as if NASA is like the only one. NASA is one of many. There are many countries out there with their own space agency.
Yes, and everybody's more faker than the rest. We've proven this and shown this. I mean, look at the laugh of India and China these days. It's very, very, very funny.
Some of these countries are enemies of the United States, enemies of NASA. They would love to see NASA destroyed. And
that's false. No country is an enemy of any country. Hence the Antarctic Treaty disproves this, because why, if someone hates someone, would you have an Antarctic Treaty with them? But yeah, it's all a show if you haven't realized that. But then again, we're not the logical thinkers here. You guys are.
And they all say the Earth is spherical. Why would they say that? Think about it for a minute. Well, they're trying to undermine faith in the Creator. Nonsense.
Not nonsense. If you are pushing a heliocentric model that takes away purpose in life, takes away your reason God gave you to live here, yes, you are taking away God. So you are pushing heliocentrism, which is the opposite of God, and you're trying to preach God. Do you not see the hypocrisy there? Conspiracy Music Guru says, I don't want to talk about Nassar ever again. Yeah. These entitles make deceive millions of people by using their own imagination against them. Maybe he watched some Conspiracy Guru music and that's why he says that. Hey Derek Nelson, good to see you. James 1:20, for the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God. The Christopher Enoch's anger says it all. Exactly, Derek. And you can see it. See it in his eyes. He's got a he's got some kind of vendetta against Flat Earth, you can say. It's like, show me where Flat Earth has hurt you.
Some of these countries are theocracies. Think about it. As if God can only create planes and he can't create spheres. Reason number 2, knowledge and proof of a spherical Earth existed long before NASA.
Okay, carry on.
Follow for more.
Wow, that's a brilliant reason number 2, guys. Anyway, would you guys want me to go on with the series with showing Christopher Enoch and he's leveling the flat Earth? Let me know. Because it is now 10 to 9 and the power's going off at 9, so I'm definitely not going to be able to chat too long. I'm going to change the poll so we can see what you guys say. Out of 85 votes, do you have an idea about tides? Yes, 66%, no, 11%, not 100%, sure, 24%. So I'm going to end the poll there. Thank you everybody for taking part in the poll. I'm going to put a new one. The new poll. Should we do a Christopher Enoch stream? Yes and no. Let us know, then we can maybe do that stream next, because I think that will be quite funny to do. Well, I just have to make a video on this guy. He's going overboard with the Bible, but yeah, faciality. I was thinking exactly the same thing. I mean, this is still nothing. I mean, he had a video up where he's saying if you eat bacon, you are not a Christian, and Gary Wybenga brought this up to him when McToon was on. And McToon was looking at him like, what? And he's like, playing all dumb. No, I don't know anything about this video or anything. And I know, I saw the video. The video is missing. Yeah, the video is missing. And the stream where McToon was on with him. So, definitely, Okay, yes. So 7 votes, yes, 100%. 8 votes, 100%. So I think, yes, we'll do a video on him. We'll carry on with this series of him and go into more depth, because I think he has, let's see, leveling flat earth. He has 30 of them, guys. 30. Yeah, I'm also enjoying the laughs. Jollyman, give us all your money taxed to death, and you're chasing the sun, and gravity is a force. There are upside down people, and liquids maintain convexity. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna do it as we'll do a stream on this guy. I wonder if he's. I think he's got a. I don't know if he's got a page. No, he hasn't got a. He's got an email address. He's got a Facebook. I wonder if his Facebook will pop up. Christopher Enoch. This is his Facebook, guys. Wow, a whole 46 likes, no following though. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Did he even show McToon in here? No, he didn't even show McToon in here, guys. Well, he did, but because it was deleted, it's not showing anymore. That sucks. Sorry, Christopher Enoch. But you've kind of, how can I say, got into the firing line of the wrong people. Because now we're going to have some fun with you. Definitely. I still can't believe he took it down. He's one of the most successful. I mean, look at the videos he gets. 67 views, 95, 246 views. That's like a very good video for him. But he takes one down from McToon that has 1,400 views that was there on this morning. Down, but he keeps these others. Doesn't make a sense, you know? See, yeah. Real Christians do not eat pork. Check here, guys. Just letting the advert play. Guinness has been solid confinement. Okay. This has to... I have to see this.
Real Christians do not eat pork. Yes.
Real Christians do not eat pork, guys.
That's right. I said it. Real Christians do not eat pork. Now let me define what a real Christian is.
Guys, this is going to be interesting. Man, you know what? Let's keep this for the next one. I'm going to keep this for the next one because I am running out of time. So sorry, guys. You heard it, real, and remember, on McToon's stream, he said straight to Gary Banger 3 or 4 times, I don't remember making this video, I don't know what you are talking about.
A real Christian is someone who really, really goes by the Bible.
Oh, then why aren't you going by the Bible? Anyway, we'll get to that. Yeah. Okay. So guys, thank you all for coming. The power's going to go off now. Colossians 2:16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink. Hey, nah, Derek. Perspective, he doesn't know what a real Christian is. Yeah. Well, then again, I think has a lot of inner demons fighting with himself. So, yeah. So, okay, we're going to definitely do it. 10 votes, 90% yes, no 10%. So we're going to take it as a yes. Thank you guys, everybody, for coming. I really, really do appreciate you guys. See you all tomorrow night. I think this will be the guy on the chopping block tomorrow, so we might have an extra long stream. 4 more hours kind of stream, we'll take it. Yeah, so let's have fun tomorrow. Thank you guys all for coming. Please do like and share the show. I really did enjoy this. You guys are awesome. Hopefully I did give a good concise explanation of how I think the currents work, the tides work on flat earth, and maybe we had some laughs with this Christopher Enoch guy. Thank you all for coming. Really, really do appreciate it. You guys are all awesome. I do appreciate you guys tons and tons. Till tomorrow night. God bless.